What's up, guys? So today I want to talk a little bit about my experience on a platform called Steemit. So for those of you who don't know what Steemit is, it is it's kind of complicated. All right, so it's a cryptocurrency. No, wait, it's a blogging platform that is built on the Steem blockchain. So without getting too into it, because I know like that statement probably just made a bunch of you X out of the video. But basically what it is, it's a blogging platform where you get paid to post content. Theoretically, that's how it works. It doesn't quite work like that, and there's a lot more nuance to it than that, but that's essentially the idea. People's upvotes, like on Reddit or likes on Facebook, for example, upvotes over there are worth money, theoretically. Now, my experience on the site has been probably a little bit different than most people's. I joined the site in 2017, December last year, just as I was finishing about a year of working in Australia. I had a kiosk over there where I was selling hair straighteners. It was a very difficult year, made a lot of money, but I was totally burnt out and looking to do something new. Now, around this time, I'd started getting into cryptocurrency, right? Bitcoin, had been going up for the past couple months. I had money to spend, so I quote unquote invested in it. And I kind of, once you play with Bitcoin, once you get your first taste of that, then you're like, ooh, what are these other coins, right? This was kind of the mentality back then because everything was going up. A lot of really stupid people were getting really rich. And I thought to myself, well, I have all this money. How come I'm just getting satisfied with, 2 to 3 times of returns from Bitcoin when I could be making, 100 times from whatever, Bumblebee coin or whatever it is. So anyway, I found Steemit, and right away, I got it because I have been writing for a long time and I understand the appeal. And I thought to myself, okay, wow, like a lot of these people are making money theoretically on this website from writing from what my point of view seemed to be very low quality posts, and they were making hundreds of dollars per post. So I was like, okay, wow, like I'm actually a really good writer. I can write some crazy shit on here and make thousands of dollars. That was what I thought. Now, long story short, that didn't quite go how I thought it would go, because the way things work over there is that, and this is when I joined, the way things work over there is that posts that make it to the trending page, right, the popular posts, quote unquote, those only get there from upvote bots, right? So basically people will pay for upvotes from powerful accounts. Those upvote bots will then upvote the post, pushing it to the top of the trending page, and then the upvotes that the poster was upvoted with will eventually get paid out to them. There is a little bit of a loss there, but the benefit to the author is that they have gotten some exposure for whatever it is that they wrote. Now, if you're an author, you know that that's very important, right? I can tell you from my own experience, like, what's the biggest problem that a writer has is that nobody wants to read your fucking novel or your short story or your stupid book. Like, people just don't want to read that shit. But the benefit of using Steemit is that you're incentivized, the community is incentivized to comment on other people's posts and to basically engage with one another. Because let's say I write a post about whatever, I don't know, let's say I write a little short story, I don't know, 500 words, whatever, that's not even a short story. Whatever, let's say I make some 500-word post about how I love Thailand, for example, right? Some people might read that and they'll upvote it, and then I'll make money from that, right? And then let's say somebody leaves a really well thought out, amazing comment. Those comments also have the ability to be upvoted. So this kind of, in theory, seems like it would be a perfect scenario, right? Finally, you have this platform where people are getting paid to post content and to comment. But unfortunately, it didn't quite work like that. Now, when I realized that this was what was happening, I got a little bit frustrated and angry, as I'm sure most people do when they've been using the platform for a while and they start writing all these posts and commenting and doing what they think that they, what you're being told is going to be the secret to your success. But in reality, it doesn't work like that at all, right? Because the dollar value of the upvote is proportional to something called Steem power. Just think of it like the power of the account. and there's only a handful of accounts that have any measurable amount of power to the point where the upvotes are actually going to be worth any interesting amount of money to somebody who lives in a first world country, right? Like, I don't care about 1 or 2 cent or 10 cent upvotes. Like, I'm not that broke that like I need to give a shit about that, and I think most people aren't either. So the only real way to make any money on there, I'll do another video about that, but it's really not by posting content, unless you put affiliate links in your content and it's an actually good piece of content. But then in that case, why wouldn't you just spend money on Facebook ads to promote that instead, right? Now, there's obviously the argument like Steemit is a community, and I guess you could say that Facebook is a community of communities, and you could build your own community on Facebook with paid Facebook ads. But there's definitely something to be said about the community on Steemit in terms of kind of supporting one another. There is a bit of community support there. It's kind of got this feel of like we're all in there together. Now, the people that you're in there with might not be the type of people that you really want to be in there with. My personal opinion is that most of them are not, they don't use a lot of critical thinking. That's just my opinion, not everybody, obviously. I guess there's some intelligent people over there, but judging by the quality of the content that gets put up on there, you know, it's really not the case. Now, obviously, like, you can't even really blame them at this point, right? Because people are going to do the least amount of effort necessary to get what they want, right? So if you see that you can post bad posts with bad punctuation and bad grammar and, you know, grainy pictures, and you're making money, why would you improve? Why would you make a higher quality post ever? Now, I did, all right? So coming back to my story, I actually chose to kind of step my game up and write what I consider to be amazing pieces of content, very high quality, put a lot of effort into them, and because I wanted to stand out, you know. Now, at the time, I also had a lot of extra crypto from all this money that I'd made in Australia and the gains that I'd gotten from, you know, what I'd invested in Bitcoin and all these other coins. So I didn't mind to upvote all of my posts, and I kind of made a name for myself over there as like kind of an asshole who like didn't care about anybody else, and I was just going to upvote my posts because I want people to read them because they're just, oh my god, so amazing. And that was kind of how I branded myself over there. Now, right now, it's kind of a good opportunity to go over there if you want to do something similar, because the value of the token is so low compared to what it was. When I was using it, the average token price of Steem would be around $4, $3, maybe $5, maybe $6. So I was spending a lot of money, you know, to get these tokens to upvote my posts. Now I think they're like 25 cents, right? So it's, I don't even know, what is that? Maybe a 20th? Let's, 25th, we'll say? I don't know. I can't do math on the spot. But if you're an author, if you're a writer, and you want to get some eyes on what you've written, it's a very easy way to get exposure for your work. And if you follow what I did, and you make a couple posts, maybe one a week, that have kind of a similar message where, I don't know, whatever you want to say to people, like mine was basically like, you know, I'm kind of embarrassed to say it now, but it was basically like, you're a bunch of losers, get your fucking shit together. What are you doing writing this fucking garbage for? Like, why don't you write something good? Don't you have any like pride in your work? But that was me, you know, that was, once again, like right place, right time kind of thing. You know, that type of thing is not really part of the current meta right now over there. But for you, if you're an author, if you're a writer, and you want to get some eyes on your work, and you're sick of nobody reading your fucking short story or your stupid Amazon book or your novel, like, you could totally go over there and try and join some of the communities over there, and you know, get involved basically in what's going on over there. The accounts do cost money. You do need a little bit of crypto to like get the accounts going. It's complicated. I won't get into that now, but basically, like, there's 2 ways to get an account. One takes about a week and it's free, and the other one, you know, you can pay like 5 Steem, which I think now is like $1.25, which is like nothing. But in order to get Steem, you need, and don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, I think you need some crypto, so you guys need to buy some Bitcoin or something like that. I've actually decided to give away, I don't know, 50 accounts, let's say, to people who want to join Steem or Steemit. So if that's interesting to you, if my little story here was kind of, you know, tickled your fancy, and you're like, ooh, I kind of want to see what this is about, then leave a comment. Let me know what you plan on doing with the account, what you want to write about, what your niche is, or whatever. and I'll just buy an account for you. Yeah, so if that's interesting to you, be sure to just leave that comment. Let me know what you want to use the account for. If you have any questions about how it works, feel free to leave a comment about those as well. I've been using the platform for about a year, pretty well versed in it as well. And obviously, this is not like a complete 100% guide to it. It's a lot more nuanced than this, and there's all this blockchain shit that you like maybe need to know about, but actually probably not really, unless you actually don't need to know about that. Unless you're like a programmer and you want to get involved with that, fine, then go and fucking Google and read that shit on your own. But for what I'm talking about, you don't. So yeah, if you're interested, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Peace.